stop everything you're doing because the Gilded Age Season 4 is about to explode onto screens in ways no one saw coming. Every alliance, every love story, every betrayal from the past is about to collide, and nothing will be the same again. Power will shift, hearts will shatter, and secrets that were buried will finally claw their way into the open. George, Bertha, Jack, Bridget, Oscar, Peggy, and everyone else are walking into a storm, and when the dust settles, only a few will emerge unscathed. Who will rise? Who will fall? And who will pay the ultimate price? Season 4 isn't just another chapter. It's a reckoning, and it's coming faster than you think. The aftermath of Season 3 left the world of the Gilded Age trembling. Bertha, once untouchable, now teeters on the edge of ruin, her power crumbling as George walks away from the woman who once held his heart in a grip stronger than any societal expectation. Their love, which began as a dream, has transformed into a nightmare. And for Bertha, the coming season promises a reckoning unlike anything she has faced. George's departure is not just a divorce, it's the catalyst that sets the stage for her downfall. He leaves not with anger, but with cold resolve. A man who respects Bertha, yet refuses to let himself be dragged into her obsession with control. This move fractures the delicate balance Bertha thought she commanded, and the society she once manipulated will no longer bend to her will without resistance. Bertha's carefully curated circle of divorced women, which seemed clever in Season 3, will become both her refuge and her battleground. The world is watching, and her every move will be scrutinized, judged, and challenged, proving that power alone cannot shield a woman from the consequences of her past choices. While Bertha grapples with her personal and social unraveling, George's story takes a starkly different path. Free from the chains of a collapsing relationship, he steps into a world of opportunity, yet one still marred by shadows of betrayal and the looming threat of violence. George's influence remains, but the enemies he made in the boardrooms and ballrooms of New York are relentless, each waiting for a chance to strike. The shocking events of Season 3, the betrayal, the deaths, the almost fatal confrontations, have left a trail of unfinished business, and George must navigate this treacherous terrain with both caution and ruthlessness. His moral compass is tested, and his choices will define not just his own legacy, but the lives of everyone who dares to cross him. Meanwhile, Bertha's ambitions collide violently with reality. Her schemes, once subtle and smooth, are met with resistance she cannot easily crush. Season 4 will show Bertha at her most desperate, a woman forced to confront the very limits of her power as society refuses to forgive, forget, or bend to her will. But it's not all doom and despair for Bertha. Amidst the chaos, opportunities arise, albeit wrapped in danger and deception. Her inclusion of the outcast women in her inner circle, initially dismissed as a minor social maneuver, will now become a lifeline. These women, once marginalized, will challenge societal norms alongside Bertha, giving her both leverage and a chance to reshape her world. Yet this empowerment comes with a price. Each move she makes will be met with scrutiny and retaliation, and the higher she climbs, the further the fall will be if she miscalculates. Bertha's story in Season 4 is one of relentless tension. Triumph is possible, but heartbreak is inevitable. Every glance, every whispered conversation, every strategic smile will carry weight, pushing her toward moments of crushing defeat or rare, fleeting victory. George, observing from the sidelines, will recognize both the brilliance and the folly in her maneuvers, creating a tension between admiration and disapproval that defines their fractured relationship. Even as Bertha navigates the dangerous waters of high society, George faces his own storms. The question of loyalty, betrayal, and revenge looms over him like a dark cloud. The events that nearly ended his life in Season 3 were no accident, and the assailant remains a mystery. Someone close, someone with a motive sharp enough to pierce George's defenses. Every character in his orbit becomes a suspect, every interaction potentially deadly. As George maneuvers through political schemes, business rivalries, and social obligations, he must remain vigilant, aware that a single misstep could mean ruin. The season promises a relentless push and pull between power, desire, and survival. Bertha's struggles are mirrored by George's challenges, creating a tense dichotomy where personal vendettas and societal rules clash at every turn. Their stories, though separate, are intertwined in a dance of consequences that will leave viewers questioning who will survive and who will succumb. Bertha's journey is further complicated by the ever-watchful eyes of the elite, many of whom have their own grudges and ambitions. Her every attempt to assert influence will be countered, challenged, and undermined. Friends become foes, allies reveal hidden agendas, and the stakes grow exponentially with each passing day. Season 4 positions Bertha as a woman fighting for relevance, respect, and redemption, but each victory is tinged with the threat of disaster. The audience is left on edge, wondering if Bertha can maintain control of her life or if her empire will crumble under the weight of her past actions. George, in contrast, may seem poised and in control, but even he is not immune to the web of deceit and danger that Season 4 has spun around every character. As the stage is set, one truth becomes undeniable: the Gilded Age. Season 4 will not hold back. Betrayals will cut deep, alliances will fracture, and love will be tested in ways that push characters to the brink. Bertha and George, once lovers and co-conspirators, now stand on opposite sides of a battlefield defined by ambition, heartbreak, and survival. Their clash is not just personal, it is societal, a collision of desire, pride, and consequence that will reverberate throughout New York's elite circles. Every decision, every whisper, every hidden smile carries weight, promising a season of intensity, suspense, and shock that will leave viewers breathless. Season 4 of The Gilded Age will see the walls of wealth and privilege crumble under the weight of desire, ambition, and hidden truths, and no one embodies this more than Jack and Bridget. Jack's transformation from the loyal footman waiting on his superiors to a man of wealth and influence is far from complete. Season 4 will push him into uncharted territory where personal desires collide with social expectations. His love for Bridget, long restrained by circumstances and societal norms, now finds a chance to breathe. But this is far from a simple, happy story. Bridget, curious, assertive, and determined to secure her own place in the world, has grown in ways that challenge Jack to rise even further. Season 4 will show their romance moving from tension to bold action. Jack, no longer shackled by fear or status, will finally step forward and ask Bridget to marry him, a proposal that carries both joy and uncertainty. Their love story, while deeply human and tender, is not immune to conflict. With servants, family members, and the eyes of high society watching, every choice they make will ripple across their world. Their marriage promises warmth and happiness, but it will also test them, pushing both Jack and Bridget to navigate jealousy, pride, and the subtle manipulations of those who seek to disrupt their union. Meanwhile, Oscar's world offers a different kind of tension, one defined not by social climbing, but by the harsh necessity of survival and secrecy. As a gay man in an era that refuses to accept him, Oscar's every move is strategic, calculated, and careful. But Season 4 will challenge his careful balance. Meeting Turner was a lifeline, an arrangement that allows him to exist safely, yet their relationship is built on fragile trust and unspoken agreements. The death of John Adams in Season 3 left Oscar raw, shattered, and questioning whether he can ever truly find safety and happiness. But Turner brings stability, understanding, and a unique form of protection that Oscar cannot find anywhere else. Season 4 will explore this relationship with intensity, showing the delicate dance between love, necessity, and secrecy. Theirs is a partnership of survival, a union forged in fire, where loyalty is tested and trust is both weapon and shield. Their eventual wedding, while a symbol of triumph, will carry the weight of the constant dangers they face, making it one of the most suspenseful and emotionally charged storylines of the season. Then there's Peggy and Dr. Kirkland, whose love story is both inspiring and fraught with tension. Peggy, burdened by a painful past not of her own making, has spent seasons proving her worth to a society quick to judge and slow to forgive. Season 4 will elevate her arc as she finally finds an ally and partner in Dr. Kirkland, a man who refuses to bow to the prejudices that have long constrained her. Their union will be celebrated among New York's Black elite, a moment of joy and triumph that contrasts sharply with the heartbreak and betrayal surrounding other characters. But even in joy, danger lurks. Peggy's mother-in-law, a figure of subtle hostility and lingering prejudice, will challenge her every step, threatening to tarnish what Peggy has fought so hard to achieve. Still, with her father-in-law and Dr. Kirkland firmly by her side, she will navigate these trials, proving that resilience and love can carve out happiness even in the harshest environments. Their wedding will not be just a celebration, it will be a statement, a defiance of societal expectations, and a dramatic pivot that reshapes the power dynamics of the elite circles around them. Season 4 also continues to explore the tension between ambition and desire, using weddings, proposals, and hidden liaisons as the instruments of suspense. The contrast between characters' public personas and private intentions drives the narrative forward with relentless energy. Every romantic choice carries political implications, every union is shadowed by rivalry, and every declaration of love could ignite jealousy or vengeance. Jack and Bridget's household, once a microcosm of modest domestic life, will now become a stage for high-stakes intrigue, where servants and masters alike influence the outcome of events with subtle manipulations and bold actions. Meanwhile, Oscar and Turner's strategic marriage offers a stark counterpoint, showing that love is not always about passion. It is sometimes about survival, strategy, and understanding the unspoken rules of a world that refuses to accept you. Peggy and Dr. Kirkland, in contrast, demonstrate that love can be both revolutionary and healing, even amidst the cruel judgments of society. The interplay of these characters, their love, their ambition, and their secrets, ensures that Season 4 is anything but predictable. Every glance, every whispered word, every strategic smile becomes a weapon or shield in the relentless pursuit of power, respect, and happiness. Season 4 will amplify these dynamics to the extreme, showing both the triumphs and the heartbreaks that define life in the Gilded world. The weddings, while moments of joy, are also loaded with tension. Who will intervene? Who will be left behind? And who will betray the trust of those closest to them? The audience is left on edge, knowing that for every victory, there is the shadow of loss. For every celebration, the threat of scandal. Jack, Bridget, Oscar, Turner, Peggy, and Dr. Kirkland are all caught in this whirlwind, their fates intertwined with both love and ambition, making each storyline a gripping exploration of human desire, resilience, and consequence. In this season, love is never simple, and happiness is never guaranteed. Every character must navigate treacherous waters, balancing heart, ambition, and social expectation. Mistakes are costly, secrets are deadly, and betrayal lurks in every corner. Viewers will be gripped by the tension, cheering for triumphs, recoiling at heartbreaks, and speculating on the twists that will shake these characters to their core. Season 4 promises not only weddings and love stories, but also betrayals, shocking revelations, and confrontations that will leave the audience breathless. The stakes are higher, the risks are greater, and the drama is more relentless than ever before. If Season 4 of The Gilded Age has proven one thing so far, it's that no one is safe. Love, power, and ambition are dangerous weapons in this gilded world, and Marian and Larry are about to feel that truth in the harshest way. Their rekindled romance, once fragile and burdened by distrust, will be tested like never before. Season 3 left cracks in their relationship, betrayals unspoken, and insecurities festering beneath polite smiles and whispered conversations. Now, those cracks will widen under the pressure of high society scrutiny, familial expectations, and the ghosts of past mistakes. Marian, cautious yet determined, will demand proof of Larry's loyalty, while Larry, proud but aware of his own missteps, must confront the consequences of the choices that have haunted them for years. Their engagement is no longer just a promise of love. It's a battlefield where trust, pride, and vulnerability collide. Season 4 will push them both to their limits, forcing decisions that could either cement their future together or shatter it irrevocably. Every glance exchanged, every word spoken, and every move made will carry the weight of history and the possibility of heartbreak. Meanwhile, Gladys and the Duke seem to have finally found happiness, yet even their story is not without tension. The anticipation of a child brings joy, but it also brings scrutiny, expectation, and the unrelenting pressure of aristocratic life. Gladys, who struggled under her mother's shadow and the rigid rules of society, now finds herself in a position of personal fulfillment. Yet this very happiness stirs envy and rivalry among her peers. Season 4 will show how Gladys balances the domestic bliss of motherhood with the lingering challenges of high society, and how the return of Adelheid to assist her only complicates the delicate dynamics of loyalty, jealousy, and personal ambition. Every step Gladys takes toward happiness will be observed, measured, and challenged, making her journey both inspiring and tension-filled. Bertha's story, however, stands as the starkest reminder that power is fleeting and that ambition alone cannot guarantee victory. With George removed from her personal life and society's judgment pressing down on her, Bertha will find that her victories are limited, her influence waning, despite her clever moves in previous seasons. Her circle of divorced women, once a source of empowerment, now provides only fleeting reprieve as she faces ridicule, sabotage, and social ostracism. Season 4 will push Bertha to confront the consequences of her relentless pursuit of control, showing the audience that even the most calculated strategies can fail when human emotion and societal backlash collide. Her journey is both tragic and compelling, a character study in pride, resilience, and the limits of influence. The world that once feared Bertha now watches her with judgment, and every step she takes will be both a challenge and a test of her endurance. And then there's the ever-present shadow of mystery and betrayal that looms over every character. George's near-fatal shooting in Season 3 left unresolved questions, and Season 4 will finally begin to peel back the layers of this dark intrigue. Was it Clay, acting out of vengeance? Or could the assailant be someone even closer, hiding behind the mask of loyalty and friendship? The tension surrounding George's attackers creates an undercurrent of suspense that runs through every storyline. Every character, friend, lover, ally, or rival, is now a potential threat. Every conversation might conceal deception, and every gesture could hint at betrayal. The audience is left questioning motives, anticipating treachery, and bracing for revelations that will shake the foundations of every relationship. Agnes and Ada, the Van Ryn sisters, continue to provide both comic relief and social commentary, but their own positions shift dramatically in Season 4. Agnes finally acknowledging Ada's leadership sets the stage for more cohesive, yet still tension-filled family dynamics. Their interactions offer moments of levity, but also highlight the subtler power struggles within wealth, legacy, and familial pride. Season 4 will explore these dynamics in depth, showing that influence and respect can be as much about personality and wit as money, and that even in the Gilded world, alliances are fragile and unpredictable. The climactic weddings, the long-awaited proposals, and the reunions of love-struck characters are only part of the story. Every celebration carries a shadow of danger, every promise of happiness risks betrayal, and every moment of triumph is tempered by the weight of past sins. The Gilded Age. Season 4 ensures that viewers are gripped with tension, eagerly awaiting the fallout from every secret revealed, every betrayal exposed, and every romantic tension resolved or shattered. The stakes are higher, the drama more intense, and the consequences more devastating than ever. Season 4 is not just another chapter. It is the ultimate test of power, love, loyalty, and survival. As the dust settles on this season, viewers will see some triumphs, some heartbreaks, and some shocking revelations that no one could have predicted. Every character, Bertha, George, Jack, Bridget, Oscar, Peggy, Marion, Larry, Gladys, the Duke, and even the secondary players, faces their reckoning. Alliances are formed and broken, hearts are won and lost, and the Gilded world proves once again that nothing is permanent, nothing is predictable, and nothing is safe. Season 4 does not just entertain. It exposes the raw human emotions of ambition, love, jealousy, and revenge, leaving the audience breathless, shocked, and craving more. By the end, one thing is certain. In the world of the Gilded Age, every triumph has its cost. Every joy is tinged with danger, and every character must face the consequences of their choices. Betrayals cut deeper, alliances are tested harder, and the line between love and ambition blurs beyond recognition. Season 4 promises heartbreak, euphoria, suspense, and shocking twists that will redefine every character and every relationship in ways no one saw coming. The question now is simple but terrifying. Who will triumph? Who will fall? And who will be remembered when the Gilded dust finally settles?